One of the things that is interesting about being an editor for a media in the printing industry is, of course, all the things you don't know. I have seen the name Signcom multiple times, so of course I know about the company, but I didn't know so much about the history. But Samuli, you are actually one of the founders of Signcom. So why don't you bring us a little bit up to speed? What is Signcom, and why should that matter to people?
Well, yes, and now I'm talking about the founding of Signcom Finland, which was 10.5 years ago.
Let me hear, I'm curious.
We established the company, I established it together with the IKEA Group, which is a big company in the paper business. And then we have a Nordic group of Signcom companies with the same products and suppliers that we represent in the large format industry and then for the card wrapping and advertising industry.
And I mean, it's an industry that, as far as I know, it has been under tremendous development in these 10.5 years, right?
Well, I would say at least the 25 years that I've been in the business, it has been quite fast. But indeed, in the last years, the industry has been changing and we have more and more environmental values coming also. But let's say that we have the basic business, which is about the same already 20 years, but a lot of variety and development in different kind of fields like industrial applications. We have interior design, we have a lot of high volume production nowadays, which was used to be offset or screen printed and so on.
So even the digital can now catch up with all the old times, production types, basically.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, especially in these Nordic countries where the labor cost is quite high, it's quite natural that the digital production is replacing the traditional printing. And I don't know, we don't have too many screen printers in Finland anymore.
Neither in Denmark, so time is changing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you look at the market, is it a competitive market in your opinion? I mean, when you go to trade shows, not just here in Finland, but in also the international trade show, you see a lot of equipment that from a layman's perspective looks similar, but I take there's big changes, but differences, but how is the competition in your mind?
Yeah, well, we've been looking, personally, I've been looking really close to the market and looking for the best suppliers for the equipment and the media. And I see two different, in a way, development in the market. One thing is that already for 10 years now, all kind of brands are coming and going. So you have a lot of new brands coming, bringing new type of equipment, and suddenly at the next exhibition they are not there anymore. And as an entrepreneur in the business, I really appreciate the long partnership and reliable support and service. That you know what you sell to your customer and he can live with it the next 10 years and making a new investment. And that's a high value.
But but I take that when you say that, it's also because, I mean, I think that in the past it was a very, very high margin market to operate in, and therefore it may be for us also seen as an opportunity for startups, right?
Okay, now I see what you mean. Yeah, of course, the price level for for the startup companies is much lower than in the past. That's for sure. But on the other hand, you need a lot of knowledge around it. So that cannot be bought usually. It's
100%. 100%. And when you look at Signcom as a supplier to the market today, I mean, hardware, substrates. I take there's also some business intelligence, also some service support to. Is that part of the packages or?
Well, yeah, we do have the software and technical team which is giving the service and technical support for the customers. So I would say that two important things in our organization is the knowledge base in both teams, sales and the service and technical support. And software is playing bigger and bigger part all the time because customers want to automate the production, reduce the labor and make the production times shorter.
So that is also, I guess, a sign that with the technology and the competition in the market, that this automation and that understanding of the products that you have with a long-lasting history basically is what people buy from you, right?
Yes, but also what they buy from our partners, because that's more and more important also, that we have a good partnership with our not so competition, but I call them partners because they can supply part of the production chain which must work all together. I mean, Sund is a good example. They are producing Swiss company producing high-class finishing equipment, and we do cooperate with them quite a lot, and a lot of other partners that can complement. So I don't see them as a competition. It's really a cooperation.
If you go back to now we're here in Sign Print and Promotion in Helsinki, first time in a long time because of the COVID. So first day here at the show, how has it been for you guys?
Well, 3 years ago, the exhibition was closed a bit in advance, a bit before, because the COVID hit that time and closed the whole fairground. And I must say that customers were already careful and didn't visit the show the same way that they did today. It's definitely better. This is a small market, and we are positively surprised about the people coming to the exhibition today.
So you have seen some good prospects here?
Absolutely. It's, I would say, the best for a long, long time.
Last question. Being a Nordic-based company today, personally, do you have time to travel and visit all the markets and see the differences?
Oh, this is what I said to my colleague today, that yeah, it's time to get back to the customers. I mean, it's been so easy to stay at the office during the COVID. Now I really enjoy visiting customers, so I think we all should get back in the field also. So definitely.
So under normal times you would have time to go and see
normally,
customers.
yes.
Yeah. So you have to get your frequent flyer miles back on track, right?
It's driving here in Finland. We serve the local customers.
Yeah.
And of course we have to visit the suppliers, which that's been a long break also. Teams is not the same.
No, that's true.
So.
Samueli, thank you very much.
Thank you.